Right. Yeah. Yo, this is Etherwood here at the Mixtape Google Hangout with some of you guys all over the world and some people watching on the Hospital Records YouTube channel. So hello everyone.
Hello.
You guys, you can ask me some questions. It's going to be cool. So yeah, so I can't remember who was first, but
I am here. I think I am first.
it's Damien first.
Yes.
Hey Damien, how you doing?
Hello, mate. I'm very good. It's
Wicked.
nice to meet you.
You too?
Yeah. So, can you tell me how long did you make the music?
How long?
Yes.
How long have I been writing music?
What?
Sorry, I couldn't hear. Was it? How did I start making music?
Yes, they start making music. Yes, right.
How did I start? I've loved music for years since I was a kid. Like my parents, like my family were really musical. My dad always used to play guitar when we were like this big, and we used to just stare at him like, oh my god, this is the most amazing thing ever. And as soon as I was old enough to play guitar, we started playing, and I would sort of play a bit of guitar, a bit of piano, and then eventually, like the more and more we started playing, I started writing tunes and stuff, and it sort of came from there really. Like lots of melodic stuff, lots of chordy stuff, and then that sort of evolved into sort of making the music I make now, I suppose. So, you know.
Yeah, thanks for the answer.
No, that's cool. It's cool. Connor, is Connor next? Melissa.
I'm here.
Hi, Melissa.
Hello. Hi. I just wanted to know.
Where are you at the moment, Melissa?
Sorry?
Whereabouts are you now in the world?
I'm in South Africa.
Wicked. Greetings.
Hello. Wanted to know who.
I lost you a bit. Can you hear me? You still hear me? Hello.
It is some connection problems.
Okay. I think we're back now. Melissa, can you hear me still? Okay, I think Melissa's gone. What inspired me to become a producer, I think she was about to say before we had some connection problems. What inspired me to start producing? I've always loved dance music. I used to be massively into trance when I was younger, believe it or not. And then I started listening to drum bass. And I wanted to take what I had, I was playing a lot of bands and stuff, and I wanted to transform that into the sort of dancey side of things. So that was what really sort of inspired me. And I just wanted to start making dance music because I'd never done that before. So I wanted to take what I had, sort of ambient side, if you like, and make that into sort of like productions and dance and stuff. So, yeah, I guess that's what inspired me initially. Listening to other producers that I used to love. And, yeah, it's cool. I can't find Melissa, so I think she's gone. So Richard's next, I think. Richard, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Whereabouts are you at the moment?
I'm from Germany. I'm living in Bonn right at the moment. Yeah.
Cool.
And my question is, what is your top tune for the summer? I mean, which tune will get you going this summer?
Top tune for the summer would have to be Forest Fires, I think, by No, joking. I don't know, like summer tunes. There's one on my mixtape which I really love. And it's by a guy called Hugh Hardy. I don't know if you guys have got the mixtape yet.
Yeah, it's a really good tune.
Yeah.
He's written this tune which is beautiful, and it's got this real lovely summer vibe about it, and it really gets people going. I've played it live a few times, and it's got that lovely sunny feel to it. So I think aside from Forest Fires, I think that would be the one. Definitely, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool.
And next is it Nick? Nick?
Yes. Hello.
Hi Nick, how you doing?
Hi. Very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, good, thank you. You sound British. You're from the.
I am London boy, so it's all good. Yeah, but my question was the song on your album called Say Life. It's completely different to the rest of the album in its own way, and it's absolutely fantastic. It's probably one of my favourite ones on the album. I just want to know, like, how did it come around? And you know, obviously the sample in it is probably why it was called Say Life. But yeah, how did it really sort of evolve into this sort of, I don't really know how to describe it, but
yeah, no, it was a weird one. There are a few on the album, obviously, that aren't sort of the strict sort of A-money sort of rolly drum and bass liquid style. And that was one. And you know, this track was really interesting to me because it took ages to write almost. It went through loads of different stages. It started off with the sort of had this triplety sort of rolly sort of snarey thing in it, and it was sort of. It's got a bit of a groove, a bit of a like a what's the word, like a swing to it, if you like.
Yeah.
And then the Stay Life thing, I was just sort of messing around with some vocals over it, and that sort of popped into my head, I think. So.
Is it your vocals or?
That is, yeah. That's my vocal. But I
cool.
made it sound like it was sort of sampled from somewhere. So it's funny you should say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I can't remember whether I actually sang Stay Life or whether I sang something. And I thought it sounds like Stay Life, but I quite like the name of it.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, that's probably one of my favourites on the album as well, definitely.
Yeah, awesome. That's good to know.
Good question. I think we've got.
I'm back.
Hi. I kind of answered your question already, even though you didn't ask me what it was. So sorry about that.
Sorry.
That's cool, but we're all good now. So yeah, so I think we're going to take some questions from Twitter now. We've got one from the one and only Analog Panda. So nice one for featuring in our video. That was wicked. Do I prefer pancakes or waffles? Yeah, awesome. Very profound. I reckon waffles, to be honest, but like the sweet kind, the Belgian kind, not the savoury kind. Although I did go to IHOP when I was in America, and those pancakes are the best I've ever had. So it's a tough one, but I would have to go for waffles, I think, with some lovely ice cream. Definitely. Nice one. Who else we got? This is one from Rachel. When will I play in Cardiff? I played in Cardiff already a couple of months ago, but I'm coming back there. I can't remember when, unfortunately, but it'll be on my Facebook page. But yeah, it was awesome vibes when we played there before, so I'm looking forward to coming back. I think it's June, end of June, beginning of July or something. But yeah, I'm definitely coming back, so I'll see you there, definitely. Cool. So next round of questions from you guys. I can't remember who went first last time. Damien, I think.
Yes. I've got a few questions, but first of all, I want to ask what program you use to make music, and what is your favorite plugin?
Okay, well, actually, I use Reason for pretty much all of my production, and I also use Logic for different things. But what I tend to do is use a lot of the plugins that already exist within Reason, and I'll sort of, because a lot of my stuff's quite sample based, so I'll get sort of piano samples, and then I'll sort of try and make my own synths within that program. And I think that's what gives I was sort of shied away from using Logic and programs like Ableton, first of all because I didn't know how to use them initially. I think it's sort of, I don't know many people who actually use Reason at the moment, so it was quite nice for me, and I think that sort of contributed to the sound I was going for. But because most of it's piano based, and I try and play as much in as possible, lots of guitar, obviously, and sort of strings and stuff. So I don't tend to use plugins that often. So yeah, try and keep it as based as possible.
Yeah, thanks for the answer.
Cool. Next we've got, who was next last time? Can you guys remember?
Me.
Oh, Melissa.
I was next.
Okay, we'll have another go.
I'm good now. I think my connection's okay now.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you and see you, so that's the main thing. We're good.
Not sure what my second question was, but I do have one that I'd like to know.
Okay.
Is what made you choose to go into drum and bass instead of any other genre? Why drum and bass?
That's a good question. This is something I always advise producers against, sort of new producers, is don't sort of choose what genre you're going to start making before you start making music. I was writing pretty much everything to begin with. I mean, I always loved drum and bass more than any other dance genre, but I started writing house tunes and sort of dubstep tunes like years ago, garage tunes, drum and bass tunes. And I think the more I was writing, the more it all sort of started gelling, and the tunes I started to love the most were all the drum and bassy ones. And I think I liked the pace of drum and bass with the sort of the more chilled out aspect. Well, the piano seemed to work really nicely over it. So that was the reason, I think, as well as the fact that I've loved drum and bass for ages. But I struggled with it to begin with. I really couldn't write drum and bass when I first started producing. It took a little while to get there, but I think that was it. It was more that I was trying to write as much as possible to begin with, and then it sort of all ended up with drum and bass, which was cool.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Next is Richard. Is Connor here yet?
Yep, I'm right here. I'm sorry about that. I just.
Hey man, how you doing? Wicked.
I'm good.
Awesome. Whereabouts?
Yeah, nice to see you.
Are you in America somewhere?
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Awesome.
I'm in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Awesome. Okay, cool. So, what's your first question?
I'm actually gonna start. Well, I just want to know what kind of music have you been listening to lately? I know you did the mixtape and all, but I just kind of want to know what you listen to like yourself, like what's on your library.
Yeah, cool. Obviously, a lot of drum and bass because I'm constantly putting sets together and stuff and with the mixtape. But other than that, I love John Hopkins. I listen to stuff like Explosions in the Sky. I don't know if you know those guys. Like 4-piece or 5-piece, like 4 guitars and one drummer, and they write beautiful music. And I like Holy Other. I don't know if you've heard him. He's a producer. Really ambient, really atmospheric stuff. I find myself listening to a lot of really chilled out stuff because I'm just moving to drum and bass tempo all the time. So it's nice just to take a step back and listen to stuff that's a bit far removed from that. There's also a band called Royal Blood. Have you heard of those guys?
I haven't. I'm not.
I think they're from the UK, but it's just a guy on bass and a guy on drums, and they're really, really awesome. It's been a while since a band really excited me like those guys have. So yeah, check those guys out if you can. Thanks for that question, man. Awesome. I think is Nick next again? I think.
Yeah, I'll go next.
Cool.
Well, says second question. You're going to be hypothetical situation, of course. You're going to be stranded on a desert island for 2 months, and you're allowed one thing to take with you. What are you going to take with you?
So I'm only allowed one thing.
Yeah, one thing.
Can't find anything in my pockets.
Well, what I don't know about is your game, but.
All right. I mean, it's an obvious one, but obviously. I wouldn't be able to live without music on a desert island.
Okay.
That's the most important thing. So it would either be an iPod with loads and loads and loads of music on, or a guitar, I think, so that I could still make music. I mean, there's loads of stuff I'd miss, obviously, but I'd have to start making beats on coconuts and stuff otherwise, and that's not crazy. So,
is that going to be your second album concept?
Yeah.
Or acoustic instruments?
Second album. Yeah.
Etherwood Unplugged.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, coconut and bass.
Coconut and bass.
But,
that sounds great.
Well, I'll do that anyway. I think I just had that revelation.
Cool.
I'll credit you guys as well.
Thanks.
But yeah, it would have to be one of those things. I think the guitar really, just so that I could still make music.
Awesome. Cool.
Wicked. Richard.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. My second question is, what was your very, very first drum bass tune you bought or listened to? The very, very first you can remember.
Wow, the very first drum and bass tune I ever bought or listened to. That would have, I think The one that comes to mind is Together by Logistics. I don't know why, but that was whenever I think of the first tune or the tune that sort of got me really into drum and bass, it was that tune. It was, I can't remember where I was, I can't remember, I think it was on like a compilation that one of my mates gave me, because he was trying to stop me listening to trance because he hated it. And I loved it. He was like, you need to listen to drum and bass because it's amazing. And he gave me this tune, and I think it was, it must have been an old hospital compilation. And the first track on it was Together by Logistics. And I just immediately loved it. It wasn't like I had to listen to it a few times just to start getting into it. I was just absolutely obsessed with it. Yeah. But yeah, that was a little while ago. So I think it was that. But there was a few around that time. There was I had like an old Photech album and like Aphrodite album and Goldie and like all quite old school stuff.
Yeah, Goldie.
It all sort of came around at the same time. So yeah, I think that must be the one. I think. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. My very first was also around this time. I think it was B Complex or something like this.
Oh, cool, yeah.
B Complex.
Yeah.
Lies. Yeah, that's a wicked song.
Yeah, that's true.
That song. Yeah, that song's amazing. I had that on a. That was. It was on a compilation that I used to. My mum has horses, and I used to go out and help her muck out the stables when I was younger. And that song, I just remember listening to that song. And it kind of made everything okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's wicked.
Awesome. Wicked. I can't remember if anyone else has got any questions. Is there anyone who hasn't asked any questions who wants to?
I think we've all asked questions.
One more, I think.
Connor didn't ask his second question.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, I can do that.
Cool.
So I know you're in a couple different bands throughout your career, I guess.
Yeah.
Was it weird to make the jump to like producing, or were you just kind of producing music throughout all of that experience?
Yeah, that's a good
what was the transition like?
It was weird. Yeah, it was a different world for me. Playing in bands was always fairly easy because there's 4 or 5 of you and you write all the songs together. And it's more about the actual playing live. When I started producing, there was like this realization that it's all, you've got to do everything here. You've got to do the drums, you've got to do the bass, you've got to do the guitars, you've got to do the pianos, you've got to do the synths. And it took a while. I'd sort of turn around and there'd be no one there to say that either that sounds good or that sounds rubbish,
Mm-hmm.
But it was completely different scenario. And obviously now I think like, hopefully in the future, the two will then come hand in hand, and I'll be able to start, playing in a band again, and then playing live, playing the stuff I've produced, and it'll all sort of come flooding back. Yeah, but it
cool.
It took quite a while to really, to How about you? Do you play in any bands?
I don't play in any bands. My dad does. He plays guitar for this cover band.
Cool.
It's pretty cool. I thought it's a bit different. Yeah, I thought it'd be easier to be just producing because you're not relying on other people. So your drum machine's not going to show up late to practice.
Yeah. Wicked. Awesome, guys. So I think there's a few more Twitter questions. If I can read Laura's writing. Not mixtape related, but where did you find your cat? Oh, that's from Matthew Gladwell. So cute. She is. She's the most amazing cat ever. Little Luna. I might have a picture of her somewhere. I haven't got my phone. Yeah, she's cool. But she came from one of our friends. We used to have our landlady's cats. These really big cats, and we used to love them. And then our landlady sort of took them away from us again because she'd found a house where she could look after them. Blah blah blah. Anyway. So then one of our friends, her cat had kittens, and my girlfriend and my housemate saying we've got to have a kitten, and I said no, we're not having one. I don't want a kitten. And then I saw this cat, and I was just like, I need to have her now. There was no discussion, and yeah, she's awesome. So you'll have to come around and meet her one day if you want. Or I'll bring her to a gig, maybe. yeah, she can help me DJ potentially. That's one. Another question from Anne. Did you have fun making the mixtape? Yes, I did. I had loads of fun. It was a wicked process. It was really cool. It was crazy. You know, it's crazy now being so involved with med school and hospital records. The process of making the mixtape was great because we had all these songs. I was quite sport for choice to begin with. It was hard cramming them all down into how many tracks we got on here. 26 tracks. We must have had about 50, 60 tracks in this pot, and I wanted to put them all on and do like a full CD thing, but no, we had to condense it all. But it's a great process. It's kind of like, for me, it was like putting a set together, but yeah, just making sure it was all, you know, all fit onto one CD. So yeah, good. Yeah, I think. Any of you guys got any more questions?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
I've got 1.5 question. The half question, what is your real name? Because I'm looking on the internet of this question and I cannot find the answer.
My real name, I think this could be a world exclusive because I don't think I've ever written my real name anywhere on the internet.
Yeah.
So, my real name is Edward Allen.
Oh, nice to meet you.
But no one calls me Edward, because when I was younger, I mean, I like the name now, but I didn't used to like it when I was young. I thought it was, you know, really posh. And no disrespect to my parents, because I love it now, and you're great and everything. But yeah, so Woody, I think it was actually my dad who started calling me Woody, and that just stuck. So if someone shouts, you know, Edward across the street, I probably wouldn't turn around anymore, because it's been so long since anyone called me that.
Yeah, nice. And the one more question. I am a big fan of the tune Spoken. How long did you make this tune?
Which tune, sorry?
Spoken.
Oh, Spoken, yeah.
Very good tune.
Wicked, yeah, that's one of my favourites as well, I think. How long ago did I write it, or how long did it take me to write it?
How long did it take?
A long time. I wrote it years ago, that song. That was one of the first songs I ever wrote. And I was singing the vocals myself and the lyrics myself, and I had the piano. And then it changed massively. And then, you know, I spent ages writing that. And then obviously my friend Rocky came in to sing it. And as soon as he did his vocals for it, it all sort of gelled. But I reckon it probably took a year at least to get that tune right. Considering other tunes will take you maybe a day or two to write. It's really weird. Maybe that's why it was, you know, I think that was probably, a lot of people say that's their favourite tune. So maybe it's because it took so long to write, that's probably why. Awesome.
I've got one, if there's extra time.
One more from Twitter, I think.
Okay.
Etherwood Unplugged should be a thing for sure. That's from Danny. Yes, Danny. No, I agree. I totally agree. It's definitely something we're thinking of. We've been talking about it. Definitely. I don't know if we'll do an MTV one or not. We'll have to wait and see. But it's definitely. I think the sound is definitely something we could do live. And we could do unplugged, and it would still work with sort of piano and live bass and drums and stuff. So, yeah, watch this space. Should be good. One more, DBS Tokyo. What's your favourite Japanese food? Wow. Well, I'm actually a vegetarian, so I love types of sushi, but I can't eat that much, obviously, because I don't eat fish. But my favourite Japanese food would probably be yaki udon, I think. I love udon noodles, and I like tofu and ginger and everything else that's in it. So. Yeah, nice one. Yeah, cool. Wicked. It's lovely to talk to you guys. And yeah, I should probably ask you some questions as well.
Yeah, I'm all ears if you want it.
But yeah, it's lovely to chat to you all.
Yeah, and you. Thank you.
And what's cool. Yeah, so. Yeah, to everyone watching, Oh, okay, yeah. So the guys here are recommending that I ask you guys what your favourite tune is from the mixtape. Those are the tunes there. If you can see it. If you can't remember which one, I know which ones my favourites are. But it'd be cool to know what yours are. Definitely. So if we start
Shall I
with,
go first?
We'll start with Damien first.
Our favorite tune. Maybe you should be that jealous because I love the tune from Fred V and Graphics called "Recognize."
Okay.
I know. This is very good tune with the very good vocal from Fred.
Yeah.
But I love all tunes on these mixtapes.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it. Nice one. So do I.
Yeah, I hope the second single or second album from you will be very good, like the first one.
Thank you, man. Me too. I'll try my best to make it really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Okay. So Connor, what's your favorite track?
Mine has to be Rupels. I don't know how to pronounce it, but you know the one by Cameron Crooked. That album, that Zeitgeist album. That was probably one of my favorite drum and bass releases of 2013. Just it's so refreshing, and they just nailed it.
Yeah, I agree. That was one of my favorite albums from last year, definitely. They've got like Cameron Crooked have got this wicked sound going on at the moment, and they're sort of doing what they always do and pushing.
Yeah.
So,
it was hard to get used to because I was used to things like Climax, but I mean,
like Cross the Line and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome, though. I
think
really
it's
loved
important
it.
for producers to always surprise people and
Right, definitely, just refresh.
Yeah, wicked. Nick, what's your favourite?
So for me, it's got to be the Spectrasoul remix of Hold Your Breath. Ever since I first heard it on, I think it was Friction's Radio 1 show, actually, and he sort of introduced it, and then having the first chords, I was just like, wow. And then I was like, I have to get this tune, and I was playing it, and it got uploaded to YouTube and stuff, and like the radio rip, and I was like on repeat constantly, and got it as soon as I could. It's absolutely fantastic. It's really good.
I was when I heard that for the first time as well, I thought the same thing. You know, I love those guys.
Yeah, they're really good.
Fan of theirs, obviously, for ages. So that was awesome. Yeah, I agree. It's one of my favourites as well. So
yeah, it's good.
Wicked. I think Melissa might have gone again. We'll go to.
Yeah.
Richard or Melissa, I don't know.
I can go first, or she can go first. I don't care.
No, okay, Richard, you go first.
Okay. First, I want to say the pronunciation of the Cameron Crooked album. It's not Zeitgeist, it's Zeitgeist and Ruhepuls.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just for the pronunciation.
That's the
okay.
And second of all, my favorite tune from the compilation is definitely Cold Harsh Air by Spy.
Cool.
I bought the on vinyl. How was it called? The Sampler 1 or something like this.
Yeah.
And the vinyl is running and going on. And the second half where the vocals are like fully evolved, where Grimm started to sing the whole part.
Yeah.
In the first part, it's just like one part of the Cold Harsh Air thing, and then the second half, it's the second one. At this point, it's like it's giving me goosebumps, and it's really one of my favorite tunes.
Cool, man. Yeah, another one of my favorites, definitely. You can tell it's got that Spy thing, and Grimm did the great vocals on it.
Yeah, I think these are the best vocals Grimm ever made. So
awesome. Yeah, no, I agree. Okay. Okay, Melissa.
Well, my favorite is between two, really, can't choose. It's Recognize, the Caribbean Graphics one.
Cool.
And I think it's Hybrid Minds, I'm not sure. But there's one song that I'm just absolutely in love with. I can't remember now who it is. I'm pretty sure it's Hybrid Minds though.
Is it the one with the piano?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's another one of mine. I love Hybrid Minds.
Beautiful.
I used to love them, before I started producing. So it was cool to do the collab with those guys as well. definitely. Awesome, guys. It's been a pleasure talking to you all.
Yeah,
And you.
awesome.
What is your favorite remix that you've ever made?
Oh, my favourite remix. Well, that's a good one. I'm trying to remember which ones I've done.
Yes.
My favourite would be the Jack Quad Fade remix.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Very good tune.
Not sort of the clubby one, the VIP one, but the first one that I did.
Yeah.
I think that was quite different for me as well. And I think that came before the album. That almost sort of influenced a lot of a little bit of a change in direction for me from what I'd been doing before. So yeah, I think that would be mine. Definitely. I'd love to know what your guys' favourite remixes are, but I don't know if we've got enough time.
Yeah.
Not. But yeah. So yeah, cool. Wicked. So the mixtape is obviously available on iTunes and the Hospital Shop.
I haven't heard that.
I could be talking to the whole world here. I don't know who's watching, but basically, yeah, go grab it if you haven't got it already. I'm sure you'll love it, or I hope you'll love it. And yeah, so thanks ever so much to everybody. Thanks to you guys. It's great to meet you all. It's great to chat with you all. It's lovely to know what you think. And thanks to everyone watching from home on the YouTube Hospital Records channel. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. And I'll hopefully see you at a gig sometime soon.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I hope you will see.
I hope so too.
Wherever I play, I'm hoping to sort of go as far as possible across the world over the next few years. So.
As long as you come to South Africa.
I will.
Yes.
I will. I promise.
You should come to Poland one more time.
Good. Right. See you soon, guys. Thanks for
See ya.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye.
Take care.